People need to understand that. Like,
And
So is this
I'm
a
not
conspiracy? Like, is the current population right now, media, news, everything, trying to convert us to realize that we're not sex? We don't have sex. We're not male and female. We don't need to reproduce. We can marry.
they're making it trendy for kids to be transgender. That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
Not,
and
not,
is that acceptable?
not all of them.
we,
No,
we
it's
expect to have a population that's
Yeah, not all.
a billion. There's not enough jobs for people. There's not enough housing. Why do we need more people? Can you explain why we need to procreate?
So that's your
Okay.
anti-life statement.
But
yeah.
I mean,
I'd love you to form an opinion outside of your political ideology of your anti-lifeness.
I just
How
asked
about
a
that?
question.
I want you to be. I want you to be beyond first
I just asked
dimensional.
a
Okay.
question. I just asked
yeah,
a question. I did not even-
it's okay. Don't worry. We are in a population decline. So
Right.
you're okay.
Yeah.
So
It
this
can't
is
decline fast enough. It can't decline fast enough.
Well, unless you want to start killing people, then that's kind of how
Yeah.
things work, right? If less
Why do you think they're
people
starting wars?
Yeah.
Why do you think they're procreating in the first
Dude,
place if they want to
No,
kill
no, no, no. The elite of this world is so anti-life. They want cullings to happen. They want wars to happen. They just try to kill everybody in the pandemic, quote unquote. You know, like
Anybody wants their children to suffer and die. Point blank, period.
The Tavistock
nobody
Institute
wants anybody to
building-
suffer.
The Tavistock
Yeah, if you didn't want your children to suffer, you wouldn't procreate.
go on.
You put
Let the gentleman speak.
the Tavistock
Let the
Institute
gentleman speak.
that Jordan Peterson was talking about. It's been pivotal to it's in London in the UK, and it's been pivotal to the psychological warfare that it's waged, that the elites and these people that we're talking about have used to elicit what Jordan Peterson was almost talking about, like a mind virus, like a cultural loop of things that manifest themselves quite regularly. And I genuinely believe that these people actually, you know, on some level, they get themselves so caught up in things that a portal is opened for a type of archetypal possession of, you know, a BPD disorder or multiple personality disorder, or self-harming or cutting or believing that you're the wrong gender, or all forms of deep psychological and mental disorders, I believe, are fundamentally orchestrated on a cultural level to some extent by institutions, and the Tavistock Institution has been at the forefront of that for a really, really long time. And there's been a few people, including David Icke, that have talked about it. And mental health and illness and psychological illness has been not only have I directly experienced it and overcome it, it's also rife in my family. My ex-partner Jen was a bulimic, and she in much before I met her used to cut herself, and you know, she never wanted to be the wrong gender, right? And she's actually who led me to Jung and to understand archetypal forces that culture opens us up to, right? We become possessed by a particular way of being. And whether that's psychological or whether we actually open ourselves up spiritually to something else, that's what it feels like to me. These people seem spiritually possessed by something other than themselves. And
this is why I mentioned an egregore. It makes sense. Some sort of egregoric archetype is polluting all these people to do
right,
this.
an autonomous entity that's been allowed to put itself into people's, you know, into people's psyche, you know, and it possesses them and it controls them, and you know, and it has done in my own life, you know, until I found God and I found Jesus Christ a few years ago.
That's what I mean. Well, hold up. Exactly. Everybody who finds religion defeats that demonic egregore. Whatever you want to name it.
I would say anyone who finds God.
No, that's the truth. Most cases is when they find Jesus Christ and they start believing in the Son of the Father. Every time they do so, they start defeating the egregoric
The
mind
mind
thing. Whatever I call it an egregore because cults they use witchcraft to create egregores. And egregores, that's exactly what they do. They literally try to seek to influence entire populations. So it's really the spiritual warfare right now is a battle between God and all the egregores, and cults
What's
use
the
egregores, right?
what's the
Mm.
They
opposite of
always use
defeating an
egregores.
egregore?
Why are we not talking about
God, if you are believing in Jesus, that's not a joke. You literally have power over demons. They will leave you the fuck alone. Like
But how do
if
you
you
know if you're
truly
not winning?
We're talking about
your life
symptoms.
just
We're
turns to
not
fucking
talking about
shit.
root causes. The root cause of it, there would be no transgenderism, there would be no depression, there would be no self-harm if you didn't pose.
No. There would be a segment of natural transgenderism. That's not a joke.
If you impose life onto people, then this is the consequence. So you don't get to complain about a condition that you have actually created. If your children become transgender,
So you're saying rebellion is the consequence on a cultural level? Because it is a sort of psychological rebellion.
So then your
But I
prescription is to
suspect I've
turn
defeated this egregore without God.
your prescription is to turn to
That's why I
Jesus for
asked.
resolve a problem that you created in the first place. Jesus would not need to save you if you did not impose life on him in the first place.
No, it's not Jesus trying to cause a demon to do this to people or an egregore. This is Jesus defeating a fucking egregore that's mind fucking people. Do you understand that? Like,
Right. Jesus can only save people who exist. Jesus can only save people who exist.
no,
and
it's
you
because Jesus is.
frustrating.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have no idea how Jesus exists. He's very real. This is so real you don't even know it.
Talk about people. You created your children so that Jesus would need to save them. They would not need to be saved if you did not create them in the first place.
No. That's Paul talking. That's not Jesus talking. But that's a whole other conversation. Like an egregore, you know how philosophers make a whole philosophy, and a lot of people believe it. So Karl Marx, people's philosophical leaning towards communism, their egregore is Karl Marx. People who lean towards National Socialism, their egregore in their minds is Adolf Hitler. People who lean towards Christianity, their leader is Jesus, the King of Kings. If you go to Islam, it's Allah who's their backing overarching power. It's the principalities, bro. Each community creates their. It's like God created the creation, but creation also created, right? So it keeps going. It's a cycle. Not the point.
There's only one God, and it's whatever perception or possession that you have in the present moment, right?
There's God, and then there's the principalities, my friend. There are very big principalities that are either light or dark. They exist. Yeah. And they all adhere to the Most High God. That is the truth. But there's a lot of principalities.
Has DNW left?
Apparently, the live stream has already been taken down.
Oh.
No, it's live right now.
Oh, he's here.
No, it's live. It's live again, LA. I'm just chilling out for a bit, guys. I am listening, but I'm making room if anyone else wants to come on. But we did get taken off air because we showed too much of Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson. I mean, it's understandable, really.
Okay.
But yeah, we got taken down.
Pull up Joe Rogan.
No, he got copyrighted by Joe Rogan's team.
That's hilarious. That's so hilarious.
Anyway, guys, as you were, I'll be back in a while.
Oh, I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, like they need to allow media freedom. Where like if it's a clip under like 2 minutes, it's for explanatory or understanding. See, bro. Well, like a bit. Can I ask you something? So, you know how I mentioned, I believe there's a conspiracy of many dark-leaning cults doing horrific things? One of the cults is the one pushing transgenderism like crazy. It's a fact. It's happening. They talk about that stuff literally in ancient cults and in modern cults. I've studied a lot of different cults throughout my life, and the most prolific one is the Ball cult, and they specifically seek to invert humanity like in every fucking way. It's crazy. They they have such beliefs of human sacrifice and all sorts of things. They are attacking the fertility, whether somebody who wants to be transgender likes it or not. These people, so remove the transgender who's like wanting to be transgender, like from the notion, those cults actually just enjoy it. They'll celebrate them that they're transgender, but not for the reasons they think. They're very anti-human, right? You have a lot of these dark cults. They see humans like cattle, bro. They literally eat people. That's not a joke. And it's multiple people, whistleblowers, and some of them, most of them disappear. Okay. Right now is the only time in history where people talking about the cannibal cults of the elites are actually allowed to just survive, because there is a lot going on right now. And why do you think they're trying to start World War III? You want to know the number one fear of the elites right now in their communications network? Right now. Okay, I'll tell you what they're talking about. They're talking about saving their own ass, because they know the West and the working class is literally going to want trial and justice for all the trafficked children. It is so prolific and fucked up. The working class is not going to pay taxes to an elite that traffics and eats children and just wants everybody to like be infertile. They want to cull the world, but they want to have as much sadistic fun as they do. That's what they believe. It's not my belief. That is literally what they do. But they're afraid right now because there's so much exposition. They want people to be incredulous. Right now, their main communications is, dude, people are hunting down Bill Gates. He's in a fucking car. Like literally yesterday, people were just trying to get at him, bro. Like there's riots at where these people are. Like
I want to go back to what I asked you before, when talking to Equilibrium. What
What's
makes
that?
you think that people are going to wake up because of the Epstein files? They don't wake up. There's so
Well,
many
they
other
are. No, they are waking up. It's too soon for you to gauge that. It's too soon for you to gauge that, dude. It's been three weeks for the people learned, bro.
they're
Some
still
people
not
like
going to do
conspiracy
anything.
theorists, they've known for 5 years.
They're still
But
not going to do
people,
anything. They're
no,
apathetic.
they're already doing something. No, you
What are they
don't
going
see
to
what the
do?
fuck's been going
What
on.
are they going to do?
Dude, you really think the working class and the military class is going to fucking tolerate these
They're
blackmailed
fucking
people leading us
slaves.
into
They're not
World
going
War III?
all they're going to do is complain about it on social media. They're slaves. They're not going to do anything.
No. There's gonna be people who rise up. Like, make no mistake, it's gonna happen. As a historical point of view,
How much
it's
is one of that?
gonna
How much
happen, bro.
is that? Can we put money
All
on
right,
it? Because
you want another event where people seemed like they wouldn't care, but they did care. Dude, people have fucking like rioted for less. Do you understand? There's already riots happening where Bill Gates is. There's already riots happening where other people who are named in the files are. People are literally looking at. They can't even come out at night or day. Like, they're screwed. Like, wherever they go, they're being heckled. They're being told. It's like the whole fucking world is looking at these people. People are doing something. They won't. I'm telling you, these elites right now, all they're talking about is going to their bunkers and fucking off and starting World War III, because that would erase the whole fucking situation for them. They wouldn't be hanged and trialed for literally crimes against humanity against children. Do you understand? That's what they're afraid of. That's what they're talking about. Like, if you really want to know what the rich are talking about, they're talking about the stock market crash today because they're losing money, and they're talking about how the working class figured out that they're all child-eating pedivores. Okay, that literally means pedophilic cannibal. Okay, that is what they are. That's a lot of people are understanding just how sick and twisted this decadent post World War II era of peace is. Okay, the entire system of Zionists leaning in the West, they're all collapsing and leaving after this whole Donald Trump affair. And he's done. He's going to try to run for a third term. He's going to get kicked out. That's what's going to happen. And that's not a joke. He's going to try for a third term. He's going to try, but people are going to be like, "No, fuck off." Like,
That's impossible. It's not going to happen.
I know. It's illegal. It's literally illegal. But I'm saying that's his rhetoric right now.
It's impossible. And trust me, he's not going to do it.
No, he thinks a
guys,
war.
I wanna ask.
Hey, I mean,
Please, guys, let Polly say something. They've been waiting for a while. Polly, you're on the Finding Ocean show. What would you like to say? Polly, you are muted.
Oh, sorry,
Polly, feel
guys.
free to. Yeah, go ahead, Polly.
Sorry, I was just trying to find where it was still live. I found it. It's still live on Finding Gnosis. I've been writing in the side chat, the back chat of the StreamYard. I don't know if anyone reads it or can see it. I might be blocked. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, it's live on Finding Gnosis. I was watching from Social Experimentalists. Danny Shine. God bless you, Danny Shine. Big up, Danny Shine. Love Danny Shine. Free hugs. Oh, and big up, by the way, I've only been flittering in and out. It's Friday night. I've been drinking, as you can probably tell. But Vibe, as a fellow fallen Christian, I would like to say you're the only one on the panel. Well, not the only one on the panel. The most considerate on the panel that is the best representative of the big man, JC. You know when to dive in, you know when to duck out, and you I don't know, something with what you were saying earlier really connected with me, and I thought,
Yeah, I mean, I would like to correct you. I am not a fallen Christian. I am still a strong Christian.
no, I'm a fallen Christian.
Okay. Can I bring you back?
I found Christ.
Can I bring you back?
I found Christ halfway on my fall.
Okay.
And it stopped me reaching the bottom, but I'm still going down.
I appreciate that.
It's one thing knowing what the right thing is to do, and it's a different thing walking the walk, you know. And I try, and I fail, and I try again. I fail.
Welcome to life.
And
Can I say something to that?
yeah,
You see, Peter failed. Peter failed many times, but he was picked up again every time. Do you remember that?
I've
You got to think about it that way.
I don't want to overplay my cards, but I've got a feeling. Oh, do I say this out?
Don't worry about it.
Do I say this out loud? There's a certain light bringer that I'm going to amplify. I'm going to find him. I'm going to rectify it, and I'm going to shine the light in the right way this time. God sends his, what is it? There's a phrase. God sends his most, what is it? Come on, help me, guys. God's, right, if I'm going into the depths of hell, right, I'm going for Lucifer, right, and I'm going to bring him back up to the fucking surface. we are, you know, this is all let's pretend for now. It's pretend, isn't it, until it's real. So see why I like to stay in comments where I can sort of spend a little more time considering my type.
Do you know who the light of this world is?
Well, some say Lucifer. He's the fallen angel. He was God's favorite, and he would rather.
Lucifer is not his name.
Oh, heaven.
Lucifer is not his name. Lucifer is a rank. It's an action. It means bearing the light. It's not even the real name of the Satan figure.
Lucifer.
Yeah. To me, this
like. Did you know you could literally call Jesus Lucifer? That's not a joke.
Yeah, that's
true. Not a joke.
He was the light bringer. Yeah.
He is the brightest, the brightest light.
Out loud. Don't say it out loud. You're revealing too much.
No,
right. I think you're right. But that's what I'm saying. That's kind of what I'm saying.
But you want to know how the world really works? It's Saturn devouring humanity, and Jesus Christ is rising against that.
Please, guys, can I ask you? I'm lost, right?
Yeah.
I'm lost and fallen, right?
You can be found.
Fallen and falling, right? I can tell at least one of you is a true believer, right? And I'm not religious. I'm really not religious, but I'm alive, and I know what I fit. Yeah, I was brought up as a Christian, did all the Boy Scouts, all that sort of stuff, and did all the ceremonies in the churches and stuff, the Protestant churches, England. There's a truth. There's something told me one day, right? A fucking weird thing. There is a truth in them, their lies. And it was like the word lies had two meanings. Their lies, as in they're lying, and their lays. Within them lays some truths. Like it's almost like it was telling me there was a brick of truth. This is how I interpreted it. There's a brick of truth in all religions. And when you bring all those bricks of truths together, you get closer to the ultimate truth. But it's still going to need building on. It's still going to need improving.
You're right.
You know, the one thing I find that the main reason I find when I talk to my brothers in Christ and I'm meeting with other men, the reason they fall away from religion is because they don't have connection. And we have this classic saying, iron sharpens iron, right? This panel here, even LA, right? Like LA is sharpening my iron. I'm sharpening LA's iron, even if we're not of the same belief. And I don't know if you are or not, LA, but just using it as an example. So not trying to pick on you, but as soon as we lose our local community, not online community, not a text community, not somebody I'm calling, but sitting in front of face to face and saying, brother, like I need help, or that brother is saying, brother, I need help, and you're there to support him. We find our strength in Christianity through that brotherhood. And when we lose that strength, that's when we start straying. So I kind of feel like maybe, Polly, like you probably had that strength at one time, but maybe you don't have that like brother next door that you can go to.
It's been worn away.
I used to be a Christian. I used to be a Christian.
And can I just say, what you just said there, is it fine? Fucking hell, I've been atting your name in the side chat all night and I can't remember it now. Vibe. How do you say your name?
Vibe.
Life abolitionism.
Vibe. That was it. The vibe. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh.
My mind is all over the place all the time. I can't keep it static for 1 minute. Vibe. You have literally. There's no better name for it. You've got the vibe, right? Because I've heard other Christians and stuff argue for Christ and stuff, and they've never sounded that genuine. There's no sort of plan behind what you're saying. It's just from the heart, honesty, truth, as you see it. You're not trying to dismiss people. You're not trying to win them over. You're just saying things as they are. And Vibe, trust me, you've got a gift, because it took like 2 text comments. Now I am a little bit more, what would you say, delicate or susceptible to text. I read text. I can invoke emotion into text. I can read text and sense what they meant when they said it. Not many people do that. You know, text is very broad range. You can read the same text message and invoke 4 different meanings from it. Even if someone said hi, you can, oh, hi, how you doing? Like sarcastically, hi.
And throw a little emoji.
Yeah, but Vibe has this way of, he wrote something and I could feel how he intended it. And I'd say, like, yeah, I'm glazing you. But like, you just be you, man. You're you're one of the true ones, man.
Thank you. But I mean,
I had a different experience when it came to Christianity. I did read the Bible. I did try to follow as much as possible. I was miserable. I live in perpetual fear of dying and going to hell. I was praying to Jesus to not be gay anymore, but Jesus didn't save me as you claim that he saved you all. He did not save me. Once I rejected Christianity, there was a weight lifted off me. I felt so liberated. once I realized that it wasn't true, that I was not going to die and go to hell, I felt so much better.
What
No,
do you
I
think Jesus-
mean that's
Hold
totally
on, do you
reasonable,
think
right?
Jesus
Like,
is sending you to hell. Do you think Jesus is sending you to hell?
No, the God of the Old Testament. If you guys believe in that, right, then you believe the God of the Old Testament is sending you to hell. Jesus is supposed to save you, but I didn't need to be saved in the first
I
place.
literally said to my own brother that I'm not religious, and yet I respect him, right? And then you barge in with this self-obsessed, pity is me diatribe,
Right.
and then cast
Right.
it on Christians.
but
Because it was oppressive. It was very oppressive.
Listen. Do you know why you've got two ears and one mouth? Because you should listen twice as much as you talk.
No, but it's two sides. You guys are making it seem like it's all good. It's oppressive. It makes people miserable. It made me miserable. It makes a lot of people miserable. We suffer from post-traumatic religious trauma syndrome.
You are literally living proof of Jesus' teaching, and you don't see it because you don't listen.
How am I proving that Jesus is good?
If you listened, you'd realise we're all in this self-pity mode. All we know for certain in reality is ourselves, isn't it? It's all that is the only sort of datum point we all have is ourselves. But you've wrapped yourself up in you are the only thing that matter. We ain't the only thing that matter. We're all gonna fucking die.
No, that's not. You guys are all sharing your personal testimony and your relationship with Christianity. So I share my story, and I'm making it about me. You said that Jesus is so wonderful. Christianity is not wonderful for me.
You have a disability.
LA. I mean, it's pretty simple, right?
Disability. You cannot listen. You cannot listen and take in good faith.
That's ironic as you talk over him and refuse to listen to him when he's talking and interrupt him over and over again.
Exactly. No, he's interrupting me. I was
I waited because you guys were talking.
No, he is interrupting the gentleman.
No.
That is the truth.
I waited
You can lie in front of me if you want.
Yeah, but you can gaslight.
You can lie in front of me.
It's not going to change.
If you want.
You're gaslighting. It's not convincing anyone with a
How
brain.
am I gaslighting? LA is interrupting the other man.
No. Every time he started talking, the other dude started talking over him.
Exactly.
LA literally went on her own personal, self-absorbed, personal viewpoint that nobody
and they got
could really
interrupt.
answer
All
to.
of your viewpoints were self-absorbed, personal viewpoints. You didn't categorize them that way when you were doing it.
Both of you guys are talking over.
Oh,
him now.
when I was doing it, okay, you have a specific wrench or axe to grind with me. That's obvious. So.
I don't even know who you are. You're just lying
No,
on
you
a
guys
panel
were
and
all
I'm calling it
talking
out.
about how Jesus.
Yeah, no, but for some reason you have an
And
axe
now
to
you're
grind with
gaslighting
me.
it about it. I don't have an axe to grind with you. My axe to grind with you is that you're lying on a panel and I'm calling you out for it.
So if you guys can talk about,
I called you out on a fucking lie, and now you're saying I'm lying? Oh, shit. Bro.
I called you out on a lie.
Oh, fuck.
I was the one who
You
spoke up first. Do you even know who
narcissistic
you're talking to right now?
You think you're that guy, aren't you?
You don't even know. Do you know which avatar you're speaking to, even? Because I was the one who
Oh,
spoke
you
first.
think...
Tangent,
Oh,
and that
okay.
point will never get talked about again. They'll take it off. Oh, I'm black, I'm gay, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other. They'll always take a tangent. They'll always go off at a fucking tangent.
But it's not a tangent when you do it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Like you said, I was gaslighting, bro. I called you a liar, and now you're gaslighting the other guy.
What did I lie
Bro.
about? Bro, what did I lie about? Bro, what did I lie about?
You said that LA was not interrupting the gentleman.
No, I told you that the other guy started talking over LA while he was talking, and that's what happened.
you guys,
Okay, so we're in disagreement of who
He's
interrupted
talking
you.
over both of us right now. The drunk guy's talking
Well,
over both of us right now as you're arguing
He
for him.
was trying to put in a point, and I'm trying to listen to him.
Yeah, he was trying to put in a point right over the top of LA talking.
Yeah,
Three times in a row.
no.
I was very interested in hearing what LA was going to say, but I was deprived of it because the other guy kept interrupting him and talking over him.
No, dude, fuck, you were inverting so
you
much.
guys are all talking
Dude.
about personal testimony.
Dude, LA literally interrupted the gentleman, and you want to say you're not lying?
The gentleman literally interrupted LA, and I want to say that's exactly what he did.
I waited my turn
See, he's
because
gaslighting right now. He is committing
You're
to
the gaslighter.
inversion, like a psychological.
And you're drunk too.
fucking Uber.
It's like you drunks travel around in circles and defend each other, interrupting
I'm
people on
not
panels.
drunk. Are you?
That's not very
are you-
good.
You're not drunk, are you?
See, that's what I mean. You have a personal axe to grind, like a little bitch.
I don't even know who you are. Now you're calling people little bitches.
Christians are
What's your
liars.
axe to grind with me?
Dude, the way you're behaving and talking.
Yes, I don't like the way you're
fucked up, man.
behaving.
Warning.
Guys, do you see
They're
how this
so
is?
self-righteous.
Keep your name calling to yourself and let LA finish himself.
Dude, LA interrupted the guy.
Warning.
No, that's not-
Keep your name calling to yourself and let LA finish. Can you
Dude,
stop
and
talking?
I called you a liar because you
Can
said
you
he
stop
didn't
talking?
interrupt him.
Can you stop talking?
No, you want to gaslight and literally
You're the gaslighter.
accuse other people. No, you accuse people of
I
what
pointed
you're
it
doing,
out. Go
motherfucker.
back and watch the stream. You might be too drunk to remember what happened.
What is your emergency?
I'm sober, buddy. I'm
Not a
not
chance in
drunk.
hell. You sound drunk.
You don't know what hell is, boy.
I didn't say hell. I said you sound drunk. Can you hear what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or are you too drunk to understand what I'm
not
saying?
drunk. I'm not. I enjoy
sound
marijuana,
drunk.
not weed, bro.
What is your
I enjoy marijuana, not weed, bro.
emergency?
Well, that's a hell of
You
a
understand?
fucking joint you smoked.
911,
Then
what
you're
is your
intoxicated.
See,
911.
I called you a liar. Do you know why? LA did interrupt the gentleman.
That's not
That's it.
true. That's not true.
Yes, it
I
is.
waited. You guys were
Yes,
talking about your personal testimony, and I wait for my opportunity.
There it is again.
They're
You see, he's
lying.
talking over
See?
LA right now.
No, he's gaslighting.
And then
No,
when
he's trying to talk over him because he knows the other guy's LA is gaslighting right now.
Uh huh.
You want to play these psychological games, huh? Like I
You're the only
dude, I
one
take
playing a
down
psychological
narcissists,
game, and you're
proverbially
losing.
in so many ways.
You're not
I'm
sober
not
enough.
losing shit.
Try sober up. You might be half as good as required in order to beat me at this game, as you
Oh,
call
I'll
it.
beat you at a game, dude. I don't even care about your game. That's the thing, bro.
Well, then shut up. Shut up and have a cigarette. Go have a sandwich while LA makes
You
his point.
see,
Oh
do
my
you go to social gatherings?
Oh
'Cause I can tell you don't.
Go have a sandwich. Grab a Coke and a smile.
God.
No. How about you remove shaft from ass?
Oh my god.
Yeah, why is it always gay shit with people like you?
Oh my god.
Who's shafting
shit.
who's
What do you mean
ass, you
people-
fucking weirdo?
People
Can't
like
you just
no,
shut
no,
up and
you
let somebody
sound
on a
like
panel
you're
talk?
very
Oh
no.
my
You sound
God.
like you're very
Just shut
uncomfortable
up and let
you're
someone else talk.
my
derailing the
God.
Holy shit.
conversation.
Yeah, if I could talk, because it sounded like before this argument started, the talk was about religion. And I think that there's truth in interpreting religion through the etymological sense. And I think that there's two ways to interpret religion from its etymology, which is religare, and religare means to bind. So the first way to interpret it would be a person who has binded their thoughts, emotions, and actions to ideologies and materialistic things. They basically
Wise point.
identified themselves with these things, and it's created this false sense of identity within them.
Somebody's
Religion
been
is the
watching
false
Mark
light of the
Passio.
mind. What was that? Well, that's exactly.
Somebody's been
what
watching
it
Mark
is.
Passio.
Yeah, I've watched Mark Passio, but that it's
That
the etymology.
I could tell. I could tell that's where you
The
got it
second-
from.
The second way to interpret it, though, however, is that we're binding our lower self or our material self here with our higher self through the highest self's principles, right? So it's basically when we stop choosing to bind ourselves to false premises and egoic things, and then we basically bind ourselves to eternal truth. That's
Truth is better.
how
Truth is better.
religion should be interpreted.
That makes sense. It's very poignant and wise.
A real easy way to find truth in religion is if it's a message of non-aggression. It's generally in alignment with truth. If it's telling you to seek knowledge within yourself, then it's in alignment with truth. But if it's telling you to go out and take from others, like the Bible does a lot, where it says God tells them to go to this town and divide all these spoils and all these people, and you're going to give me a cut, even though he's God, so he shouldn't really need a cut. That's false. Anything that revolves around taking from others is a false teaching. And it
This
really is
should
that
be on
simple.
the one great network. If you take my class, How to Be the True Media,
So is that it?
Quick, LA, try to make a point. That way everybody on the panel starts talking again.
Right, because it was literally.
I just think that if we had the right that all the animals had and that all the prisoners had, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Right, because we wouldn't exist. So I agree with you. Now, everybody was talking about their own personal testimony related to Christianity, how Jesus saved them. I waited. It was actually quiet. I waited for the moment when nobody was talking. I started talking about my testimony, how I did not have a positive experience with Christianity. And then all of a sudden, there's this pushback because they just basically wanted to, reinforce their own experience and pretend that there was no other experience. And it's probably people in the comment section listening right now who probably also had negative experiences with Christianity. Christianity is not liberating for everybody. It is oppressive for a lot of people. They do live with fear of dying and going to hell. And nobody wants to talk about that. That religious trauma is very damaging. It's very abusive to expose children to that type of religious terror. And I don't think Christianity is a good thing.
It's so harmful that I don't even believe in God, and I'm going to accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior on my deathbed because of it.
I consider myself to be a Gnostic
now. I consider myself to be a Gnostic. I don't believe the Bible literally. I believe that is allegorical. There is no literal hell or heaven. It's a state of consciousness. So, I don't know. I mean, you can take from that with will, but don't believe it literally.
Cool.
The form of the interruption is what I found ironic and couldn't resist to comment on, because you were being told you should be more Christian, and God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth so that you could listen more than you talk, while you were being interrupted and criticized for what you were saying instead of listened to.
No, but he interrupted me.
I guess if you hold yourself to a higher spiritual
he
standard,
interrupted the gentleman.
unlike this dude who's going to scream over me for no reason, except that he's butthurt and intoxicated on whatever his choice of whatever.
Oh, so because I admit,
I guess if you hold yourself to a divine standard, then it does sort of unfairly put a target on your back
what
to
the
be
fuck
attacked
do you
for
know
being
about the divine
less
standard,
than the
though?
ideals that you hold. Because what else is there? If we're human and you're going to claim to be held to a divine standard, then all you can do is fall short of it. So perhaps Christians are unfairly judged on this banner, but it's a banner that they carry, so it is what it is.
Be Christ-like.
You listen to none of it then. You didn't notice me say I'm not a Christian. I'm a true, what I consider a believer. I would hate to cast my sins on the Christian Brotherhood, but I do believe I was grown up under the Christian faith, and I do believe in Jesus. You ignored all that, and you just
Who's you?
You ignored the bit where he interrupted me mid-conversation, so you totally ignored that because it suits your narrative. But then
that is why I called him a liar when he interrupted you.
Exactly. But then he noticed when I re-interrupted him. Oh, because what? Oh, virtue signaling. And then
I told you why. It's like you didn't even hear it. It was because you interrupted him to tell him that he should listen more and talk less, and he might understand.
LA is the one who interrupted him.
And that was it. It's not. You can keep lying about it all you want.
You're
like he said,
gaslighting right now,
he
bro.
waited for silence, and he waited until he was addressed, and then he gave a response directly to that address, and then he was interrupted by someone telling him that he should listen more.
How about we
You're
hear
not
the
listening now. Are you a Christian?
Let's listen to
you're
the
not acting
gentleman.
very Christ-like right now.
Let's listen to the gentleman.
Remember to practice good
Listen to
dental
what
hygiene.
gentleman?
No. I'm using psychology on you. I'm just going to be quiet until you shut up.
Because I couldn't
and
hear
listen to the
anybody
other
while
guy.
I was talking that whole time. My voice is too loud.
I could tell.
Was somebody trying to talk while I was talking? Who was it?
No, we were all being. Yes, there was somebody.
Whoever you were that was trying to talk while I was talking, go ahead now. I'm going to stop talking now. Watch. Silence will follow.
I was just making a comment about how we're just getting sidetracked on that interrupting
Right.
which happened over 5 minutes ago now.
And there's one other piece to this whole story that I was addressed specifically. He specifically said my name, and so I was responding to what he said, and then I was cut off. So
That's what actually happened. Correct. Back here on planet Earth, in reality, that's what actually happened.
He made a hypothesis.
And what was ironic about it, again, I'm going to repeat it for the fourth time, is that he was interrupted by someone telling him that he should listen more and talk less. That's why I brought it up, because I thought that was hilarious. It was the same guy who's talking this entire time while I'm talking.
Do you have to insert yourself? Because I'm just going to.
It seems like he makes a habit out of it.
No, I'm talking to you.
Isn't it weird how you can literally rewind the fucking live and see?
Yeah, go for it.
The
share your screen too, so we can all see it.
Happened. Yeah, rewind it. You'll see I was talking. He interrupted and inserted himself, like I've said in the side chat ages ago. Oh, isn't it funny how LA always has to insert himself into something, make it all about him, and then take over the conversation and make it all about him focused. And the conversation,
he's been taking over the whole conversation since I got here as well. Literally just himself.
Who are you guys talking about?
LA has been interrupting everybody, talking about his own little political band of anti-life the whole fucking time.
Delusional.
Someone talked about
you are utterly delusional.
I was quiet.
Now you're gaslighting.
This must be why you believe in invisible spirits in the sky.
Now you want to mock God.
No, I mock God all day long.
Oh, you go ahead and mock God.
Just now.
I think he was mocking you.
You can tell you only.
Clearly, if you lived on this
planet. Oh, he is clearly mocking me. That's
God
why I told him he has an axe to grind.
But
you are trying to mock me and mock
assholes like you.
No, hear me out. You have an axe to grind.
I'm going to grind my axe on you all night long, as so long as you keep coming at me. You could shut the fuck up and move on and talk about something else.
I'm trying to identify why the fuck you're so uppity right now.
I'm telling you, but you can't understand because you must be drunk or stoned or something. I'm telling you right now,
calmly and clearly and succinctly.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
No, you sound American. All you do is talk and mock
Your inability to
people.
shut up and let anybody else finish a point is why I'm coming at you.
This is why Canadians and British don't invite Americans to tables. Like, fuck's sake.
That's
the way
bullshit.
You talk is so
it must only be your tables.
No. The way you speak is so fucking narcissistically American.
Superiority. And watch him tell me how I'm the arrogant one. I'm the superior one while he talks about how he doesn't.
I've always, Germans don't talk like this. British don't talk like this. Japanese don't talk like you talk. All you people who in America, you always try to talk over each other all the fucking time, bro. I'm not American. I'm Canadian, bro.
What you talking about?
Dude, I'm Canadian. You are you people. You're not my people. You don't believe in God.
Xenophobia,
bro. I don't like you. Xenophobia.
Ad hominem. Lowbrow insults.
Dude, you have no respect for my father. I'm not gonna
keep going. I don't have any respect for you either. You're not respectable. Go ahead, LA. Try to say something so someone will talk.
Can I just take this pause to say sorry to Vibe because he was the rational guy on the panel. I only wanted to jump on to say that 2 lives had gone down, Social Experimentalists and Finding Gnosis. Their channels had gone down for, I don't know, some copyright infringement. I only jumped on to say that, and I was writing in the side chat, but no one seemed to be able to see.
I appreciate you, Polly. I was reading your comments. I appreciate you coming on to tell us that, and make sure you come back again. If don't, I know it's been a bit of a weird one tonight. The vibe has changed.
This is nothing. This is like friendly compared to what I'm used.
Well, we're not usually like this. We're not usually like this here. This is unorthodox Finding Gnosis.
Do you know Nadia Yvette Chambers from the old Great Debate days?
No, I wasn't into that.
Transvestite lady that used to have great debate channels, Steve McRae and all that. Like, I'm used to that sort of environment. So this is like play school, mate. Honestly, but that's why it pissed me off because she was none of you.
That was my point.
None of you had made any ad hominem attacks or anything. You all stood to the topic.
Delusions, lies,
and that was
gaslighting.
brilliant. Yeah. Okay, not ad hominem, but it's still on the point. The point I'm trying to make is it was refreshing.
My second comment in, I got called a little bitch.
I was sitting over on
Well,
social.
it's the way you talk to somebody, bro. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And it was
You're like a bully on a little kid playground. It's
You're
strange.
the bully. You're the bully. You're projecting.
You think I'm the bully?
Thank you, Polly. Thank you, Polly. Appreciate you.
Who started name calling people first, buddy?
Can I just make a finishing point and I'll jump off? It
Please.
was refreshing to see that you had a panel of people that can debate and talk and disagree respectfully without ad hominem attacks, and that was refreshing. And when I seen the two channels go down, I just wanted to come and let you know. So, and
I appreciate you for that.
Dragged in, and you brought not you, but I got enticed onto going onto mic, and I spoke my mind.
Good man, you're a gentleman for that, and I appreciate it.
Sorry, and Rule Britannia and Jesus is King.
There you go.
Cheers.
Thank you for that.
It's nice to meet
Why
you.
not? Why rule Britannia? Why not rule America?
Oh, that's a saying. It's like for a Catholic saying Ave Maria, Hail Mother Mary, right?
What do you think you're better than me?
No.
If you're American, he does.
No, I'm Canadian, bro.
Man, you are so drunk you can't even tell who I'm talking to.
I'm not drunk right now, dude.
You're high on something,
he
brother.
said Rule Britannia.
Or you don't speak English. Are you just a little retarded?
Restarted.
Because if you're just a little retarded, I'll take back what I'm saying. You sound chemically altered right now. You can't tell when I'm talking to someone else. It seems like you're having a hard time.
So you're supposing I'm either on drugs, drunk, or
Yeah, because I can
chemically
hear it.
retarded?
Yes, you're slurring. You're slow. You can't take social cues correctly. You're interrupting people, talking over people. You can't tell when I'm talking to someone else. These are all signs of impairment of some kind.
You know what's interesting though? Because when Vegan Equilibrium was actually dominating him and I was helping him out, he didn't mind me speaking then because he needed help. Vegan Equilibrium was actually wearing his ass out and he needed my help. But now, when I don't agree with Christianity, he doesn't want me to say anything.
Funny that.
So now can we tag team him, LA?
Yeah, let's tag team. That would be fun.
What are you talking about tag teaming?
Oh, you know.
Oh, I know. Well, you approach conversations as some sort of WWE round? That's a poor way to live. That's all I'll say.
What's the topic?
It's about conspiracy theories and what you think is true.
MK Ultra was true, right?
There is actual declassified papers to that, yes.
I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but the Taziki, not Taziki, the Tuskegee syphilis trial.
Tuskegee, yeah.
Yeah.
They did experiment on black people for vaccine research. They killed some of them. They were mistreated because of their race. That is a fact. That is literally a fact.
Yeah. So like those are two that I know that happened, and those are both American. And
yeah. There's the Jimmy Savile conspiracy. It's very close, similar to Epstein. That happened 2010s. Jimmy Savile got exposed like completely. Like the concept of the Jimmy Savile files, right? So the Epstein files today, there is a frame of reference we have from a different country. In Britain, they had their own moment where Jimmy Savile got exposed, and like everybody started figuring out what the fuck was going on, bro. And now it's in America. This is not unknown, bro. And like throughout history. Like, look at Rome, bro. They had pimps who trafficked children. That's a fact. Like, it's an abhorrent thing that the elites do. Okay, a lot. They keep it hidden because they like
9/11 conspiracy where the steel beams turn to dust.
You think steel beams go to dust and that's bad for infrastructure? Like that's actually something to think about.
The 9/11 conspiracy theory where you watch the steel beams literally turn to dust midair.
Yeah, that was fucked.
Yeah, I don't know how the planes do that one, but
Yeah, I don't think planes take down buildings in a like literally. So like I do masonry, right? I understand how to take down a building due to demolition and how to renovate it. That was the point, right? Put in new concrete to reinforce things. There's no way, like basic concrete formation in a building would not come down even if a plane hit it. The way it's designed, it's not going to happen. Even if the big steel beams were not there, it doesn't work that way. It's not physics. Like it makes no fucking sense. And the fact that Building 7 and other other things happen is messed up, bro. And like trillions of dollars just disappear from the defense budget over fucking night. Like, you get fucking real. Like that's a fucked up shit that happened. That's part of that conspiracy theory of 9/11. And like, here's another thing to 9/11. I think a certain country that Donald Trump likes started 9/11 and framed the Muslims. Oh yeah. Yeah, there was a art team, an art students team apparently. Like this intel came out. Apparently they were Israelis. Right? And like there's also audio from the plane that was hijacked. They were speaking Hebrew. The hijackers, like on the audio. It's not a joke. Now we're looking at false flags all over the Middle East right now. Here's a present day conspiracy theory that's actually real and already proven. Israel false flagged Britain, Turkey, and other countries just to try to get them to join the war right away.
Can you give us
at behest of the Western
It's
governments.
it's all over Twitter right now that Israel is false flagging multiple countries. It's already proven by British intelligence, bro.
With the
That's
cooperation
who hit
of the CIA.
Well, most likely, they all work together.
How's about the conspiracy theory that the second Iraq war started because the U.S. military wanted to secure the tomb of Gilgamesh, and they used WMDs as a ploy or as a facade?
You mean Iraq 2003?
Yeah.
Sounds like paranoid
Yeah,
delusions.
I've heard of that theory. That's actually a big theory going on.
I've heard of it too.
Like, strictly speaking, well, exactly. You've heard of it too. So you think it's a wild ghost story? It might be true. I like
I think
archaeology.
it's paranoid delusions.
I don't know. And like, I'm very Indiana Jones minded about archaeology, dude. There's some mystical shit out there. Like, if you really looked, like, there's some
I've
things out there
looked.
people really don't understand.
There's lots of stuff people talk about.
Well, ain't that the truth?
The mysticism seems to come from the people, not from the evidence.
Well, the archaeology really has an effect on the psyche if you want to keep it scientific. And yes, mysticism comes out of that. It's beautiful. You know, what's beautiful is a mystery, basically. Like, I've learned that psychologically, when humans study something and they find it beautiful, it's something already mystic to them. That's really where that comes from psychologically, right?
Not for me.
I
Understanding something doesn't make it any less beautiful.
No. The
As a
more you
matter of
understand
fact,
something,
the more
it
I
makes it
understand
ugly.
it.
See,
No,
yeah, that's what I
definitely not.
mean. No, I'm
Definitely
trying to
not.
tell you. The more you understand something, you think it's ugly. The more you
And I'm trying to tell you
see
that's
a
not how I
mystery,
think.
you think it's beautiful. Well, that's not how
Yeah.
you think, but okay. But
I would-
there's a lot of evidence to that.
Gentlemen, let the lady speak. Witchy Bishy, you're on the Finding Notion show.
I just came up real quick to tell you that I ordered a headset with a separate microphone so that hopefully when I come up next time, I'll actually be able to be heard.
Oh, wow. That's absolutely brilliant news. That's made my weekend. Thank you, Witchy Bishy.
I bitched in your comments about no donos for a headset, and somebody gave me the money to buy one. So thank
Wow.
you,
Oh, that's
anonymous.
absolutely fantastic. There you go. See,
Asking you shall receive.
There you go. We are becoming a very good community. There are people here who do care, apparently. So wonderful news.
There's a multiplicity of people here. I've noticed over the multiple occasions of me being here. You know, people got their arguments, their axe to grind. Then we all warm up to each other eventually, and we see that we have different standpoints, right? So, like, the way I think of things is very Athenian. You know, like Athens, they sit like the idea of a college, right, is basically a bunch of people coming together to think about something and disagree. You want disagreement. Like, I'm actually very pro disagreement because you learn more. You like if everybody was the same, nothing would be interesting.
Disagreement isn't the problem.
It's a benefit. The disagreeing. That's what I mean.
I think it's the moralizing that is the problem.
In what way?
And it's worldviews and beliefs that get in the way. In the
Oh,
way that
you think it gets in the way?
once certain criterion is met, then all other criteria must exist. There's a very quick categorization of everybody's thoughts based upon one position they take, and everything has to be put into nice little boxes. Dr. D, I believe you did use moral turpitude correctly. Clever way of getting me to acknowledge I saw your zing at me. Well, we'll address that later. And so like once somebody has a certain mindset, thought, or position, then you can assume their entire worldview. And unfortunately, there's some accuracy to be had there, especially in America, where the human binary thinking is programmed into us politically and socially even further and reinforced. But I tend not to fit in those boxes, so I find it frustrating. And then it's very difficult to communicate with someone who's not going to listen and let their boxes be permeable, or to take the lids off the boxes.
I'll take a lid off the box for you right now. I am
My
autistic.
feeling about discussions quite often is that people come into it wanting to share their opinion, not be educated and open to a new one. Like I come to panels like this to hear all kinds of ideas because I'm open to the fact that I could be wrong in the ideas I hold now. And a lot of people come up and all they want to do is prove their point, not ever allow themselves to be proven wrong. And I find I learn more when I'm proven wrong than when I prove myself.
Disagreement is superior in a conversation. And I wanted to bring up something to smooth things over. You mentioned I don't pick up on social cues sometimes. You are correct, sir. I am autistic. Sometimes I can't tell the difference between compliment or sarcasm. So when people use certain tones that are very aggressive, if you're trying to argue with somebody, I will mirror your energy automatically. Just letting you know, that's how I behave.
I just want to.
But if you're,
I'll keep an open eye for that in the future.
If you talk calm with me and succinctly, I will literally be like an Athenian, but like thinker with you and never raise my voice, right? Like, but if we raise our voices to each other, I have a very I mirror people. I've had to fight narcissists in the past, and I really don't want to fucking argue with people anymore. I want to learn. Like I'm sick and tired. Like we can have the most different worldview in the world. I just want to learn, bro. I'm sick and tired of narcissists from a past that I don't want to talk about.
I'll give you the benefit.
They always
of that
talk
doubt.
like that. So
I'll give you the benefit of that doubt, and
I appreciate that.
And I'll keep an open eye for it in the future. I would like to share my perspective with you in that accordance, right? So what I experienced was I listened to the drunk guy who said he was drunk and clearly was very, very, very drunk, talking over everyone. And he went on a nice little, soliloquy about his personal beliefs, and then he challenged someone else on the panel. And LA spoke up when it was quiet without interrupting anyone. Not saying he's never interjected himself on a panel. That would be stupid. But at this point, he wasn't interrupting anybody. And as soon as he started criticizing what could be considered something subjective, like a worldview, he wasn't criticizing a person. The drunk and several others immediately jumped in and started interrupting him and talking over him. Right at the peak of where he was about to make his point, and I wanted to hear what was to come out of his mouth next. So I found that slightly frustrating. But the only reason I opened my mouth is because the interruption was with, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And I found that, too comical.
Saying he used was very it hit you to a point where it's comical, but also a fanciful thing you would speak up against.
It was too comical to not bring up that it was in the context of him interrupting somebody and talking over them and not listening. And then for some reason, when I did that, you chimed in. I wasn't even talking to you. So that's how the
we might have
experiment.
argued over an
Yeah.
entire thing that wasn't even personalized to me or you. That's I just noticed
Right,
that as
right.
well.
That was my experience of it. And then you were quick to make it personal by coming after me for no reason and calling me a little bitch for no reason. So that was
I
my perspective on it.
apologize. Yes, I apologize for my harsh words. I'll say that.
No
not
apologies
that
necessary. I'll just keep an open mind moving forward, and then maybe it'll never happen again between us.
That's fine.
I want to sit here and agree with LA. I had very negative experiences with Christianity. Our Christian pastor did foster care, and my mom did too. And he tried to like get my mom put in jail so that he could take on her foster kids. It was pretty awful.
I'm sorry about that. That
Oh.
was applause for the two gentlemen making up. That wasn't. For some reason, it got delayed. There you go. Sorry, Witchy. Go ahead.
Is there a way you can raise her volume? DMW?
No, I'm getting a new headset tomorrow. He
No.
cannot fix my volume. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm just saying LA is not the only one who's had a negative experience with organized religion. And I'm not a fan of any particular one, nor do I hate any particular one, but organized religion does negative things in a lot of people's lives.
I think what you're trying to say is the political aspect of religion, like, because religion has a sense of politics, and some men who abuse power, they will use religion for power. This is a fact. Doesn't matter which one, and a lot of people have negative experiences that are really bad because of men who want power. This is actually a reoccurring thing happening, whether it's a political party or religious or organization or anything like that, right? Like some groups literally want to kill other people. It's that bad. I am more leaning like towards a world that is secular and Western, but also spiritual, because we going at it without either ingredient is complicated. I've had my own issues. A youth pastor terrorized me for the longest fucking time after he betrayed me and basically exposed me to some people because I was doing something. If you want to know what that is, we can go more in depth. That's a whole other conversation. He got exposed, and after he betrayed me, and he literally tried to kill me with witchcraft, even hitman, gangs, all sorts of things, but it never worked. And he was a narcissist who terrorized me with psychological control, trying to keep me in a box. He was always trying to use me for my mind, right? Because he knows I'm a quester. Like you know how people are autistic about something and they'll like dive in so much. I like conspiracy rabbit holes and learning a lot and a lot and a lot. It's what I do. And from what I know, learning all these cults and stuff like that and stuff I talked about, they used to kill people for saying some of the things I talked about, like how they do cannibalism and stuff like that. For some reason, like having dealt with people who are narcissistic, who are literally sharks, right? They're like people who navigate the music industry or Hollywood. They all know this to be true. People in power right now, a lot of them do abuse witchcraft, right? There's over 46,000 cults connected to Epstein's ball cult, right? There's a lot of people. They abuse narcissism and psychological trauma on anybody who knows their secrets, right? So this youth pastor, he was actually involved with some of them, and I had explained to him that in my past I had helped to process and work with child rescue, right, from trafficker cults. And the way I approach it, like Sun Tzu Art of War, know your enemy, right? The more you know your enemy, the more you're a threat to them. That's the truth, because you can take them down that way. So this guy, this youth pastor, he happened to be part of the cult, and he came at me with religion, like Jezebel, who came after Elijah, using religion of the day in an organized way to persecute somebody who's actually for God. But it's just exposed their really fucked up situation, right? So let's just say some people tried to fucking finish me off once he snitched on me, like to a group of child traffickers, and it became a bit of a problem. But my own friends, and I would say God, because it's no measure of a miracle that I am saved from these cults who do these things. And the reason I believe in religion, like God, Christ, and whatnot, it's not because of an organized religion. It's my belief, right? And it's real faith. I don't like organized religion whatsoever. In fact, I am like, I believe in Christ, right? I believe in God.
I have a question.
But I'm also the first man. I would go to a temple and flip it over for how they keep asking for money, because that's not what the fuck it is about. It's not what it's about.
I have a question, Ragnarok. When you
Mhm.
say that you believe in Christ and Jesus, what does that mean to you? Because the typical Christian that means to them that they believe in Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, whatever that means, and then they get saved. So
It's not. So that's the Paul argument. Paul says you're just saved by grace. So that's why those Christians say that.
So what do you think?
I'm not the same kind of Christian as these people. I am an Anglo-Saxon, Frankish, Aramaic. You know what that means? So I have descendancy from Aramaics, the people of Jesus Christ. Okay, the affiliation Jesus was with.
By declaration or by DNA?
Aramaic is the people Jesus come from.
Vikings.
Anglo-Saxon are two Germanic tribes that come from South Denmark and Northern Germany. They moved into England and became the English.
Yeah.
Right. So that's some of my ancestry, but my other ancestry is Aramaic and also French. I speak French. We can actually speak French if you want, if you do. Je parle français. So I'm Anglo-Saxon and French, but also Aramaic, the people of Jesus, right? Like the ethnicity that he was. There's not a lot of them out there, but there are descendants, and there's some. There's at least a couple million, but not many. Less than there are of the Jews. The Jews are like 15 million people in the world total. Like not even.
So wait, that didn't answer my what does believing in Jesus Christ mean to you? It's just a bloodline?
So it has to do with bloodline, but it's also community, right? So I myself am considered a Nazarene. That means a keeper of secrets, right? It's a sort of mystic Christian.
Okay, I think Aramaic was a language, not. I mean,
it's a language of a people group.
Okay, what you said
that people group is called Aramaic.
So you don't think that Jesus was Jewish then?
Well, there's a difference. So no, he was tribe of Judah. I'll say that. To be Jewish, let's understand that first. You need to be part of the tribe of Judah. Not all Israelites are Jewish, but are Israelite. Do you understand that? They're different tribes. Ephraim, Joseph, there's a bunch of them. Okay, I do have Hebrew ancestry. Am I of the tribe of Judah? Yes.
How do you know that?
Judea, not Judah. I don't think that's the same thing.
No, Judea is the country Judah created.
So Untractable talk.
I just wanted to explain what I mean as a Christian, like what I believe in. I'm not exactly like your present day Catholic or Protestant, right? I see it more as universal. Like every single religion to me is a piece of the puzzle. I'll tell you that.
But you're going on about bloodlines and being part of Jesus's lineage, and that almost sounds very similar to what the Jays think in their religion and how they think because they're the Jays, they're just better than everyone else.
I will tell you, the modern Jewish community, a lot of them, they do have a supremacy ideology. That is the truth. I won't lie to you. They do call people goyim. There's nothing anti-Semitic of me saying that. I've been accused of being anti-Semitic before, but then I tell them I'm Aramaic. Thank you very much. So like, they get confused and befuddled at that point, right? And they're like, oh, we'll say they don't know the difference. See, they do have a supremacy view. Understand that. And what a lot of people need to understand that some Christians, they believe in certain things because of certain church fathers, quote unquote. They have interpretations the way they have them because of certain people who decided to run with the church, right? And their ideologies all got mixed in like a bunch of philosophers tag teaming onto the whole sect. So, like, you need to know something. John the Baptist, he was part of the original Gnostic community. Their version of actual original Gnosticism is nothing like modern Gnosticism as you know it. The Sophia story, where a light comes down and says Sophia, that is in there. But most of the other stuff, it's not in there. Like, it's very, like, Gnosticism evolved because of a lot of different philosophers adding on to it. And right now, the dominant philosopher in a lot of elites' minds is Aleister Crowley. That's who they base a lot of their stuff on.
I just want to clarify your statement. You said when someone calls you anti-Semitic, you say you're Aramaic. Like, are you saying that?
It means, so I'm trying to tell you, I'm Germanic.
Let me just finish my question. Yeah. Are you saying that you consider yourself to be a Semite? Is that why you say that?
I am basically a Japhite and a Semite, right? So I am part Semitic, like as an ancestral root, but I am basically European also, right? It's a mix of the two. So I'm French English, and I have some Hebrew roots that go that deep, the bloodline I'm a part of has been around since it went to France a very long time ago, almost 2,000 years ago.
So you think that they're using that word anti-Semitic incorrectly because it's not just to Jewish people? You're saying if you're a Semite,
so
then
they'll accuse you. So you know when a Jew accuses a Muslim, an Arab, specifically an Arab, oh, you're an anti-Semitic. The thing is, what does Semitic mean? It means Shem, right? One of the sons of Noah. So we need to understand that. If you're going to understand the etymology of the word, you understand what they mean. So, and that's one of the biggest pieces. Everybody's missing etymology, and they need to understand what words mean instead of what they think it means. Shem, so Shemite, right? That's a people group. That's it. Most of the Middle East can be considered Shemite. Japheth is the Europeans, Anglo-Saxons, Celts, Italic, Greek, like all those different are from the older brother. The oldest first son of Noah is where white people come from, Japheth. Now Shem is where most of the Middle Eastern people come from. They're more tan, they're more Arabic looking, they're more Persian looking, right? So that's the way Shem is thought of. So an Arab and a Jew, like say the Jew accuses an Arab of being an anti-Semitic. How is he anti-Semitic? He is Semitic. So the thing is, Aramaic is a Semitic people group. That's what it is.
Right, I knew that's where you're going. I just wanted you to say that.
So the Aramaic part of my bloodline moved to Europe a long time ago, very long time ago.
All right, so just out of curiosity, where do you think Black people fall into that whole narrative?
They say they're sons of Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
Right. I mean, it's just like, yeah. So basically, Black people are cursed because they're sons of Ham.
No. You're talking about the Cain curse. So Ham, there's Ham, and then there's the son Cain. So Cain is the son of Ham. Okay, Noah cursed his grandson Cain. Okay, into some sort of curse because the grandson of Ham, the son of Ham, grandson of Noah, did something very indecent to Noah. Like if you knew, you'd be like really fucking pissed off. It was very humiliating. And he said, well, Noah literally said, I cursed the line of Cain. What is the line of Cain, right? So the Canaanites, the region of the Canaanites, where some of the Jews say they come from, in that region, right? They were in that region, then they were enslaved by Egypt, and then they came out of Egypt, and then they came back to Canaan. They killed the Canaanites. Okay, who are the Canaanites? Descendants of Cain. Now you got to look at it as houses. Ancient people started houses, like ancestral houses. Like say William Wallace had children. We know he didn't. He got torn apart. If he had children, they would be called the House of William, right? So if he had a progeny, and it made up to this day. And like everybody who's Scottish related to this person who's well known, that is the house of that person who's well known, right? If Alexander the Great had descendants, they would be the Alexandrians, right? That would be the house of Alexandria. The descendants of David is the house of David, right? King David of Israel. So the Canaanites, they come from Cain, specifically in the family tree, who's the grandson of Noah. Now, people say Ham is black. Okay, so Ham is black, but one of his sons, who happened to be Cain. Okay, so some people translate that in the modern day as, the black people have the Canaanite curse, because that's what you brought up in a misleading way. I'm just going into it for you. It's not true. Only those who are of Cain are cursed. If Ham did have other children other than Cain, that's where most black people come from. Would the Canaanites be like darker skinned? Yes, they would be. They're part of that people group.
I just want to.
It's not all blacks. It's not all blacks, because there's a lot of sons of Ham, right? But yes, Cain is a son of Ham, and that's why people think black people are cursed.
I'm sorry.
That's where that comes from.
All right, that is the gong to say we have gone on too long. We have to close up. We have to close the show. You guys can stay backstage and chat, no problem. But for now, the Finding Gnosis show is pulling the shutters down. The shop is closing. Please take your groceries to the till, and Life Abolitionism will be happy to pack your bags for you. That's it. That's it for now.
Do we get a final?
You get final closing remarks for the show. Yeah, go ahead. We'll go around clockwise. Life Abolitionism. Go ahead.
I just want to say that if you believe the Bible literally, that the world was destroyed in a flood, we're all descendants of Noah, and so basically everything that happened prior to that is completely irrelevant. We will all be descendants of Noah. So you can't say that only Anglos are descendants of Noah. That doesn't make any sense.
No. Anglos come from Japheth. See, Noah had 3 sons. Japheth, his first son, was notably pale, like Noah. Noah was described in the Dead Sea Scrolls as pale, okay, like white skin.
Okay.
He was literally described as that.
Sorry, we're not meant to be starting a debate here. It's just closing remarks. So next time you can go into the intricacies of the matter. But for now, we are just sticking to closing remarks. So going around clockwise, we have Ragnar. Yeah, you're next. So go ahead, mate. Your closing remarks.
So Anglos and Germans, white people basically of Europe, of all the different Germanic tribes, Celts and whatnot, they come from Japheth, the first son of Noah. You brought up the Ham-Cain curse. Ham is the younger son who was black. Okay? So whites and blacks are technically brothers under Noah. Okay? So is Shem, where Jewish people and Middle Eastern people come from. We're all brothers. We're all Noahites, if you want to put it that way. So on my closing remarks is, you are of Ham? No, I don't think you're cursed because you're of Ham. Okay? You could be a sophisticated son of Ham and have nothing to do with the house of Cain. That's a thing. Okay, so like some modern Rust Belt Christians think black people are cursed because of the curse of Cain, but they don't understand the situation. It's just the Canaanites, and Ham had more sons than one, right? So if Ham was the first black coming out of Noah, right, and his wife and his lovers, that means black people are on equal standing with white people. They're technically brothers, except the house of Cain. So the house of Cain would be a segment of black people who are cursed. That's not all black people. So I wanted you to understand that. But yes, some Christians think black people are cursed. That's all. I'll end on that.
Black Man is Fair. Your closing remarks for tonight, please. If you're there, you can unmute yourself, brother.
Yeah, just thanks for having me as always.
Thank you, Black Man is Fair. Sorry, I didn't interact much with you tonight. I was a little jaded after a long week, but great to have you here. Denizen, if you want to give your closing remarks for this Finding Gnosis episode.
Yeah, I look forward to being on this panel again, especially with LA. I think I may have met the only person who gets interrupted more, talked over more, and insulted more for his views and what he says than me. And I find that immediately fascinating, and I can't wait to see more. Thanks for having me up and allowing me to participate.
Appreciate you, brother, and thanks for that. That was a nice sentiment. Dominator, your closing remarks.
Yeah, I just want to say, when it comes to interpreting religion, there's one way, or there's 4 ways to interpret it, actually, called the quadriga. And this is the literal way, the allegorical way, the moral way, and the angagogical way. So basically, when we're reading the Bible, we shouldn't just limit ourselves to one interpretation. And also, just the one truth that matters above all is just respecting others' ability to live their life the way they want. And that would solve pretty much all of the world's problems, which is what we failed to do. And that's my closing remark.
Thank you very much, Dominator. Appreciate you. And thanks to everybody who joined in here vocally today and stepped up and had their say. Appreciate you all. And thank you to everybody in the comments who and the live chat here who, participated. Wonderful stuff. So look forward to next time. Thank you, guys. We'll close it. Stay backstage if you want to chat, no problem. But the live will be ending now after this outro.
Truth is fleeting, shadows call. We search for meaning, we question all. The path is winding, the veil is thin. Beyond illusion, let the journey begin. Seeking knowledge, breaking chains. Through the echoes, through the pain. One more question, one more spark. We chase the light inside the dark. Voices whisper, thoughts collide. Truths are hidden deep inside. The world's a riddle, a shifting dream. Reality isn't what it seems. Seeking knowledge, breaking chains. Through the echoes, through the pain. One more question, one more spark. We chase the light inside the dark. Until next time, keep your mind wide. Stay curious and let wisdom guide you. Let us hope we each seek what we're meant to find. May gnosis bring you peace of mind. Until next time, keep your mind wide. Stay curious and let wisdom guide you. Let us hope we each seek what we're meant to find. May gnosis bring you peace of